Welcome to my channel, everybody. This is Lisa from Mama Moo and Me, and it's a sacred space that I open to connect with like-minded souls, star seeds, Lemurian angels, acting as the bridge for the divine grace to come through me. I think we all need to connect more and more at this time. And as a Gemini rising, I feel the call to share my wisdom and my light and my love. And on this channel, I create sacred space, a portal for us to share, connect our energies, and bring through whatever wants to come through at this time. I'm just going to keep it very fluid. I'm just going to come on when I feel called, and I just feel that we need to connect more and more. So, my name is Lisa. I think of myself as a shamanic guide, as a Lemurian guide. I've walked the dark night of the soul. I feel like I'm connecting my divine feminine and my divine masculine energy, which is bringing me into this holy union place. I have a very heavy Taurus energy in my chart. I'm not an astrologer, but I do feel that I can channel the planets really easily. So I feel like I act as this bridge with heavy influence of Taurus and the Gemini rising in me. I act as this bridge that can channel divine grace and anchor it through the heart to bring the divine codes. And yeah, as an alchemist, really alchemizing dark back to light. So welcome and we'll just see what happens. I'm just going to clear our energies with this beautiful frequency tool, which I clear. I've created an open space for us. I've asked my guides and angels to come in and deliver the channeled messages that need to come through. I've got some lovely incense. So if you want to just take a nice deep cleansing breath now, ground yourself in this energies. Just be aware if you've got earphones on that I'm going to just do three chimes just to clear and help us to connect our energies. Here we go. Take a nice deep breath, connecting to the present moment. Allow yourself to come into your heart space and open up to receive the guidance now that's coming through me. You're very welcome. Okay, now let's do this. So we are about to connect with a conjunction with Venus and Jupiter, which feels quite magical. Like I say, I'm not an astrologer, but I just feel very connected to the planets. I've got a very galactic heritage coming through me, and I feel I'm very drawn to Egyptian energy. So the lapis lazuli was needing to be here today. Very Lemurian energy. My channel is called Mama Moo and Me. So this is a nod to Mother Earth and in the Taurus energy that I am, working with the divine feminine energy and a very, very strong remembrance of Lemuria that I have. So if you're drawn to my channel, it's probably that we've connected in Lemurian past lives. A lot of people don't even believe Lemuria existed, but for me, it's through the waters and the crystals and the plants and just in sacred space as the divine feminine that we remember. And it's got a heavy influence to the Pleiades energy, the seven sisters, and everything, as we know, is connected. So for me, I've done a lot of work with the Dark Mother, with Goddess Kale, with Isis, the magic of Isis, and I'm very connected to Mother Mary, and not in a religious way. I'm not religious, but in the cosmic Mother energy. I've carried the deep wound of the mother healing that I needed to do in this lifetime. And so, yeah, I think a lot of people that will be resonating with me as a person, as a soul, will have probably walked the path of the dark night of the soul and are either walking through the healing of the divine feminine or they're just going in or coming out. But whatever it is, just feel into how people resonate with you now. We need to feel it in the body, not in the mind. It's almost like the head and the heart have done a complete shift, that we're coming now into alignment with the head being in the heart and the heart being in the head, which sounds a bit crazy, but we need to be led by the body and the heart, not the mind and the ego. So you're welcome. And I hope the messages that come through bring you some resonance, some messages, some relief, some wisdom, some clarity on your journey for our greatest and highest good. So let's see. I feel drawn to the animal deck at the moment. So this is a very old deck, actually. It's the Power Animal deck by Stephen Farmer. He has a book that you can get to have with this. So we'll start with the power animals, and I'm going to keep it simple today, just because I'm just feeling my way through, making sure everything is. I'm just going to put this light on. That might help us. I'm not very technical, but I just want to bring some colour to people's lives, some wisdom and hope. At the moment, we've got the opossum coming through. Strategy. Have a backup plan. So for me, this is saying backup plan for me is about what isn't working right now for you in your life and what doesn't resonate anymore. What have you been doing for a long time that somehow doesn't feel right anymore? I know I can relate to this. And it might not be that you're not on the right path. It might just be that you're needing to take a step back so that you can regroup and then step forward in a slightly different way. That is what's, again, as above, so below. The messages will be for me as they are for you. For me, this card represents this feeling of change. So we're coming out of a very dense energy and moving into air. We're needing to come more into our higher self, our higher, bringing in our divine soul, our blueprint, and our true nature. So having a backup plan, it could mean that you need to literally back up your work. That might be a really important thing for you to be doing right now. So just something, a simple thing like backing up your work could be really important. Also, what did you put on the back burner? What's been on the back burner that you need to now take off the shelf and say, okay, I'm dusting this off and I'm going to give it another go? Spirit is saying just because it didn't work in the past doesn't mean it's not going to work now. It may be that you just needed to step back and look after yourself. How many of us needed to do that as the divine feminine and the divine masculine? We needed to step back and look after ourselves and heal our own wounds before we can step out and deliver messages and healing and services for others. So I think the opossum is saying we need to just stand still for a moment and take a breath. Let's do that. Let's just take a breath. When we come back into alignment with the present moment, it means that we're actually stepping out from the past and we're stepping out from the future. So we're pulling our energies back to the present moment. This is where we're really powerful. So let's do that. Let's call back our bodies, all the bodies, the energy body, the emotional body, the mental body, the soulful body, the spiritual body, the physical body. Let's call all our bodies back, all the chakras, and let's just align in this present moment. Feel into it now. I'm going to just bring some light language through. So for ones that don't know what light language is, it's language of the heart. But what I tend to do as a channeler is I will clear energy as I'm speaking. So it kind of just doesn't make sense. So for the ones that have not heard it before, it can come through as a tone, as a frequency, or as like gobbledygooch. But just feel into it, allow the codes and the light language to come through you. You don't need to understand it. It's just frequencies that clear our vessels. So if you're open to it, just say in your mind, I'm open to receiving Lisa's energy and the clearing that's coming through and the codes and the wisdom, and just let it come through. You might feel tingles, or later on today something might come in like a haha moment. I know Uranus said that when he went into Gemini, he said, I will be bringing you aha moments. So this might be a aha moment for you. So just tune in. You might want to put your hands over your heart. Clearing all timelines now. In the past, not allowing ourselves to step too much into the future. O korokia tatama rakia tasaka rokototuko rokia mananana. Esi ikia totoro kotoro kotoro tatamai ya akarakia tataka. When we spend too much time in the past and the future, we're not aligning in the present moment. And in the present moment, we are stronger, we are more grounded, we can connect with divine source much easier when we bring all our body, mind, and soul back into the present moment. But it requires dedication, devotion, and stillness to be here where we are, where your guides are, your angels, your galactic heritage, your ancestors, your family in spirit, where all your wisdom is. It takes time and practice and dedication, the saying. So allow yourself this moment of grace. Just be in the stillness, knowing that you are safe. You are safe. One more time. You are safe. All in the opossum energy to show us what strategy we need right now. How do we need to strategize from the heart? My guides are saying it's not just a case of I can't even say the word strategizing from the mind. We have to strategize from all parts of ourselves. So they're showing me the three energy centers: the mind, the body, and the soul. The money, the yeche, and the yanke. This is the three power centers that the Peruvian shamans talk about. It's the third eye, our intuition, it's the heart where all our wisdom presides, and it's the hara, the solar plexus, the power center, our will. So this is your intuition, your instincts. So your instincts and your heart and your intuition are the three power centers, and they need to be aligned and strong so that you can step into your power, knowing which direction that you're going in, and all those three power centers need to line up. So that's the strategy. As the divine feminine, we need to feel our way through these times now, not think our way. It's no good just having a mind plan. We need a heart plan, and we need a power plan. They're saying a power plan. And that is the instinct. So some of your power centers may be blocked. That's something I do in my soul healing, guidance, and readings. I open sacred space and we clear these three energy centers so that they can come back online. And some of them might have been blocked from past lives. I always say my third eye has been quite a difficult one to clear in this lifetime. So we could have closed them down in past lives because it got too much, or we were killed in some lifetimes for having these power centers um strong, as gifted psychics and mediums and healers and witches. These power centers were very strong, but unfortunately in some lifetimes we got killed for having these powers. So we could have shut them down ourselves, but they could have been magic put on us to close them down. So we could have stepped into this lifetime not having these power centers on very strong. And my guides are saying most of you will have had to have worked through that. So the backup plan to me is getting your work backed up. Also, keep in mind that some of the plans that you had are going to be changing. They're saying in the very near future, in the next 3 weeks, even some of the plans that you might have got in place right now will change. That's fact. They're saying that is the truth. because of the changes that are coming onto the planet. So we'll have to wait and see. Let's just clarify that card and just see what wants to come through. This is my first ever deck. This is the healing with the angels, Drawing Virtue. This was my first ever deck that I bought over 30 years ago. So it's had a lot of wear. I love it. And I always connect with the angels. I've always worked with the angels, especially Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael are my two main angels that I work with. And Shamuel and Zadkiel is my one of my guides. So yeah, there are some beautiful angelic energies that we can tap into now that are closer, even closer to us now than they've ever been. So can you clarify the opossum card, please, Spirit? What do you mean by having a backup plan? Okay. So we've got enchantment and we've got harmony. This feels like Gabriel's energy, actually. I don't know why, but I'm feeling a strong Gabriel energy in this card. Gabriel's the messenger of God. So there may be some messages coming in, which feels more collective messages that I think we're going to be receiving in the collective consciousness. So, and the enchantment card for me feels that we need to really connect back with nature. We're told this a lot. To be able to navigate these times, we've really got to connect in with the with nature and Mother Earth. So for me, today, for instance, I went for a walk and I connected with the rock people, and the rock people are so amazing for us right now. So if you're like me and you believe that everything's got an energy and an essence, you will resonate with what I'm saying. The rock people have been, the oldest energy on this planet, one of the oldest energies, and they're so stabilizing for us. And they, for me, brought in this beautiful message about don't underestimate the small things that you do every day. And I when I go into nature in specific places, I always do little rituals. Like there's a specific tree that I leave a piece of silver for, and I just tune into the joy and the magic of the fairies in the trees. And I hope that when I put this little piece of silver, penny or 5 pence, that a little person, a little child might find it and feel excited, or somebody that's just having a bit of a rough day just sees it and just gets some magic from it. So don't underestimate the small things that you do, especially out in nature, because they feel it. Blessing the trees, blessing the rocks, blessing your life, and feeling grateful every day for all the little things that we sometimes take for granted. And harmony. Yeah, well, he's playing an old, I don't know what that is actually, but he's playing some kind of instrument. So it may be that music, frequencies, toning is a good thing to try right now if you wanted to try something new, like even just what you heard me do there, it might just awaken something within you. Yeah. So maybe this backup plan's got something to do with something that you've always wanted to do, but you've never done it. And it may have something to do with music or nature or both. So let's finish off the reading with one of the energy oracle card readings from Sandra Ann Taylor. Love this deck. I know a lot of tarot readers love this deck as well. It's just an easy deck to work with. It's very visual and it feels like it acts as like a daily read for me. So let's just finish off with one card, Spirit. What do we need to know linked to these cards today? Indecision. Okay. And the bottom of the deck is action. Okay. So we've got indecision. So this is a woman with a red cape on. Got red on today. It's about fire, it's about action. It's about your power, and it's about where you feel grounded and stable. We can't step forward into our new path until we feel stable and grounded. If you're not feeling that, then you can't be that channel for your higher wisdom to come through, because it won't be stabilized. You won't be able to manifest it into a stable energy. So it's important that you get grounded and stabilized in your own energies. That might have got something to do with money. So do you feel stable in money? If you don't, then that's something to meditate on. That can be to do with your self-worth, but also the bottom three chakras. So in my soul guidance healing and reading sessions, I do a lot of work with the bottom three chakras, the solar plexus, which is the personal power, the sacral chakra, which is the emotional power center, which is all about the divine feminine, the womb. And this is a lot of the time, it's where our finances get stuck in creativity if the root chakra is not healed or balanced. So for me, this could be an indecision because you've still got some healing to do in these three chakras, which is stopping you from taking that next step forward. So it's stopping you taking action. So where in your life do you feel stuck? Or where in your life are you waiting for something to happen in order for you to take action and move forward? This is definitely about balance, balanced energy, balanced action. Do you remember we talked about the three chakras, the three power centers within the chakras? So it may be that you've still got a little bit more healing to do in these chakras in order to be able to move forward. But also what I'm also feeling is you're in this place of non-action, maybe, and you're waiting for the action to come in. So maybe feeling and meditating to what needs to happen for you to be able to take this action, or are you just trusting that being in this place at the moment is for your highest good? It's important to check that you're not stuck in that. Are you stuck in the indecision, or are you aligned with that indecision and you're waiting for something to come in order to be able to take that action forward? A lot of it could be to do with the collective energy. I'm also being shown the man with the coin. So I definitely think this is something to do with your abundance. It may be that we're waiting for something to happen in the collective to receive more abundance. It may be that you are connecting with a masculine energy, regardless of your gender. This is masculine that's turning up with a coin. So it could be that somebody's turning up heavily in their masculine energy, whether you're a man or a woman, and they're coming with an offer. So look out for that. Be mindful whether this offer feels right. Remember, again, the three power centers. Does it feel right? Use your intuition. Does my heart want this? Is this something that I want to step into and take advantage of? Does it feel that it aligns with my soul and what my soul is wanting for the next stage of my life? Make sure whoever's stepping in, you ask the questions that you need to know. Don't be frightened to speak up. Isis is here now saying it's important that you speak up for yourself. Don't don't revert back into the old ways of staying quiet just to appease somebody or look like a nice person. You can be powerful and still be a good person or a nice person. I think we had these false ideas that we can't speak up and still be nice and have our boundaries. Well, we can. She's saying, and it's so important that you step forward, knowing the truth of what this person is wanting from you. Anybody stepping in to your energies, wanting something, you need to question their motives. So I'll leave it there, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you like. It's kind of a mixture of channel messages, a little bit of tarot, and obviously any healing that wants to come through from my higher self. Have an amazing day. See you soon. Bye for now.